Here we go. So let me introduce you guys, our beautiful Saida. She has been one of our speakers at the last summit. Hi, Saida.
Hi, Monica.
And for those of you who don't know me, I'm Monica Samko. I am one of the co-founders of Woven. So Saida graciously agreed to talk to us a little bit about her experience of Woven to date, and also about her experience at the last summit. So thank you so much for joining me, Saida. And I would love to just hear from you. For you, what do you find as the most unique attributes of Woven?
Wow, I love that question. One of the things I love the most about Woven is the caliber of women who are attracted to it. It's like a full age spectrum, but the particular caliber is women who genuinely want to connect heart to heart and who are genuinely curious about the genius of other women. That blew me away. When being in a room full of women like that, I'd never had that experience, actually. It was a very unique experience where female competition and comparison and all that kind of stuff didn't exist. So that, for me, is one of the biggest pieces limbically to really sink into my body that this is possible, that we can have community like this.
Thank you. And you are one of those people, you're probably one of the people who I know who is most connected to her body. And you live life with so much fullness and enthusiasm. So I really just would love to know from you, for you, what is juicy about Woven? What is that juiciness? Where does it come from?
Well, it's a unique style of conference. So you're not just sitting there all day listening to speakers. You're actually engaging. So that's one of the things I loved a lot, was right from the get-go, I got to turn around and engage, not just in a silly, like meet you, hi experience, but a very vulnerable, deepening experience that just made the whole conference feel so intimate and so connected. And I did bring my mother-in-law, who's in her mid-70s. She's never really done stuff like this. She was crying and laughing, and she had a really epic time. So I think that speaks a lot to what kind of space you're creating for women of all ages, all backgrounds, to feel seen, to feel heard, and to feel like they're actually contributing to the whole.
I love it. What was your favorite moment? Was there like one particular moment you could describe for us?
Well, of course I would love this. I loved dancing on stage. There was just this moment where we put music on, and anyone who wanted, didn't matter who it was, whether you're a speaker or not, you could just get up and dance either on the front floor or on the stage. And we were just having so much fun together, and it felt very free and informal and very connected. And I love dancing. So I was like, yes, this is movement happening at this conference, because we sit all day. So I really appreciated that there was some attention given to the physical body.
Yeah, we are definitely big on connecting mind, body, and soul. And you are definitely coming from a body perspective. I love it. As we are sort of like looking forward to like what is the future of Woven, to us, personal connection and connecting women is extremely important. What do you find powerful about that?
I think that in this day and age, with all the social media in the online connection, we're actually more lonely and disconnected than we've ever been. So there's something very important, especially for oxytocin and dopamine and all these beautiful hormones that keep us radiant and healthy. If those occur a lot more and in more magnitude when we're in person together. And if we're not in person together, say you're watching the event through a live stream, you're still going to get that hit, because it's the limbic resonance of this particular group is so potent and so powerful. I mean, I was cracked open all day, it was just, and the stories and the speakers, and just to be honest, the speakers weren't all these huge professional people. There were a lot of amazing professionals, but you also had just your normal woman who's part of Woven community, who's part of her little pod, come up and share what it was like. And it's very, very important for us to feel connected so that we're not alone, and our stories really help that. Real life stories help that. Vulnerability was a huge theme when I was there, and we are not vulnerable enough with each other. We're very guarded. So to have a conference, think about it, all these strangers come together and yet feel so much trust and openness that we can reveal our inner hearts in that space. It was really impeccably led.
I love that. That's beautiful. Thank you, sweetie. Is there anything else you would like to share that I didn't ask you about?
Well, I just, I love Rachel. She's your partner. And I want to mention her because she and I have been very close for 13, 14 years. And I love that you and her are working. So you have these two different power women putting something together. And I'm just new to knowing you, Monica, and I'm falling in love with you. And I want to mention Rachel because Rachel's probably one of the most inspiring women in my life. Her integrity, her impeccability, the way that she's loves women and wants women to come out and be powerful and expressed and juicy and alive, like all the ways that she does it through her medical practice, through her writing, through her presence is really amazing. So I just want to say to the ladies who are watching this, if you can possibly attend this live, do it. You will love it. It's not like a normal conference that you've ever been at. It's friendships that you're going to form for life, for one. And the stories and the exposure of all the different types of speakers is really, the range is so amazing. We were singing with someone, we were seeing incredible photography with someone else. We were hearing stuff that was more political. We were hearing like all kinds of things that we were hearing. It was amazing. And if you can't attend live, then definitely do the live streaming if you can, because there's something that happens right in the moment. There's a very magical piece of being there, even just via live stream. There's a lot that you can get. And I know that I have ladies from all over the world, so I want them to come to this, no matter what time of day or night it is. Go and get yourself infused in what I would call authentic feminine circle.
Love it. Thank you.
You're very welcome. It's such a pleasure to be with you. And I think that Woven needs to spread worldwide. That's why I'm very passionate about it. It's why I love to spend time masterminding with you. Like, how can we get more women involved in this? And so this call for me is really dear to my heart. And so ladies, I won't be at this event, but I will definitely be there in spirit. And there's going to be amazing women. So please don't miss it, and make sure you get your little beautiful selves down to, is it Santa Cruz or
it's in San Francisco? It's in San Francisco, March 5, 6, 2016, in San Francisco, in person. And Saida, no matter what happens and where you're in the world, you will be with us in spirit, and we will be thinking about you, and especially when we are dancing around.
Woohoo! Well, have a beautiful, amazing conference, and ladies,